Hi, this is Highbridge Motorhomes Devon Branch, and on this very muggy early August 2023 day, we're doing a quick walk around video on this absolutely splendid Swift Bessacarr E597. So Swift are Britain's biggest motorhome manufacturer. They've been building motorhomes since 1980, I think, roughly, maybe early 80s when they launched the original Kentucky, which was Britain's first luxury, or Swift's first luxury coach-built motorhome, and they swallowed the Bessacarr brand up in the late 1990s, and they used the Bessacarr brand for their luxury vans, basically. So this is a Bessacarr E597. Today, I don't know if they still do a 597 layout, they probably do, but it would be called a Swift Kentucky 797 or something like that anyway, and you'd be paying the thick end of £100,000 for it. Now this one is a late 2019, so she's a Bessacarr 597 from Swift. It's got fixed single beds over the garage at the rear, which is a European layout. It has 4 seat belts, this one. They're available with or without seat belts with a different lounge arrangement. This one's actually got the 4 belts. 4 berths, it's 3850. It is a big van, so it needs to be 3850 for the payload. So you will need a C1 driving licence. You need to pass your test before 1997. And if you're over 70, you'll need to have filled in the paperwork and medical to retain your C1. If you pass your test before 97, you can upgrade your licence if you so need it to. It's based on the Fiat Ducato, isn't everything, but this is an Alco chassis, which we'll talk more about in a moment. Manual gearbox, 6-speed. It's only done 3,000 miles from new, and it's in fantastic condition. It's a lovely van. I really like this. They're very rare. It's 8.1 metres long, so it's about the longest single axle van you can get, but that still means it is more manoeuvrable than the tag axles, which is the 6-wheel ones. 2.38 wide, normal width, 2.76 high, normal height for a low profile. Price is $64,995, and I think for a 3,000 mile absolute premium van, this was Swift's pretty much top of the range van, I suppose. Did they do a Kentucky of this layout at that time? I'm not sure, but you've got, yeah, all the luxury bells and whistles. 3,000 miles, 64,995. It's 35 grand cheaper than a brand new equivalent, or the nearest new equivalent today. So based on the ubiquitous Fiat Ducato X7, but the chassis is from Alco in Germany, so it's got a wider back axle than the front, and from the cab backwards it's got a fully galvanised motorhome specific chassis with torsion bar suspension instead of leaf springs, and that basically means you're going to get better handling. It's going to behave better in crosswinds. It's lower down, so you don't need a unreliable electric step. You're less likely to fall out of it or into it if you've had a couple of sangrias, and it's just a better behaved chassis, basically, much more expensive, and it's fully galvanised, so it's never going to suffer from corrosion. Looking very smart in black. It's got the big 16-inch Fiat alloy wheels, which both look good and ride better. Smart white mirror guard protective cases over the mirrors. It's got stickers for a Sigma alarm, and I dare say it's probably got a tracker as well, courtesy of TVS. We'd have to check that. We've got a gas locker for 2 gas bottles, a factory fitted full length 2-lay Omni-Store awning. Really nice graphics, I love these, very smart. And look, these always get scratched up by bushes and stuff, and there's not really anything of that there. There's a very light scratch on that window which should polish out. Very flush fit tinted double glazed windows. It's a great looking van. Central locking on the habitation door, to say it's a low Alco chassis, so you can just step into it. Fridge vents for your very large Dometic fridge freezer. You've got an outside awning light there. Tetra cassette toilet dump point. These are built using Swift Smart Construction, so instead of having a wood frame, it's polyurethane sort of blocks and plastic, so you've pretty much eliminated your chances of damp. And at the back it's a European layout, so it's got single beds that can make a very large double over a big garage, which is something the British have still not fully cottoned onto. Literally only mark on the van is that very small little scrape there. It's just cosmetics, there's nothing you can do about that as such, but it's tiny. Rear corner check, that's in great condition. If you wanted a tow bar on the back to tow a car, we could fit one for you. Alco chassis is full length, so it makes it easier to fit a tow bar. It's pre-fitted for a 2-lay bike rack, but of course you can put your bikes in your garage, which we'll see in a moment. Up high we've got a factory fitted double reversing camera. Double cameras are the best ones, so your monitor is on the rear view mirror when you're driving. This camera here will be on operation, you'll see far into the distance. As soon as you put it in reverse, this camera here, which looks straight down, you'll be able to see the back of the van and a few metres out behind it, so you can inch right up to things. So coming down the driver's side, so you've got two full-size garage doors. This one's open, so we'll look at this. Even immaculate in the garage. So we've got a spare wheel, which is something you don't see on all motorhomes, and a really big garage which you'll be able to fit 2 or 3 bicycles, maybe even 4 to push into. You've also got your awning winder handle. There's a light in there as well. All very good condition, in fairness to it. So coming down the driver's side, we've got an extra storage cupboard there. Mains hookup. There is a solar panel on the roof as well. Not sure what's under there. I don't know. There will be a storage locker, but how deep it goes, I'm not sure. I should have brought the keys out for that. Freshwater fill up point here, and you've got a little 2-pin 12-volt electric socket, so you can pump in a sucker pump and suck water from an aqua roll in, or just fill it up with a hose. And Aldi heating in the top of the range van. Aldi heating is marvellous, whereas most vans have got Truma blown air heating and hot water, which is ducted warm air, which is absolutely fine. This has got Aldi, so all the way around the van there's a network of radiators, and it will run off gas or mains electric, and it's just like a domestic heating system. The advantage of that is it's a softer heat. It doesn't really make much noise compared to the blown air one, and it spreads the heat evenly throughout the van. Wastewater point down there, I think that'll be an electric drain for that as well, so you get all the nice stuff. We'll check that inside. So it's a 2.3 130 horsepower, may have been remapped for more power. I think it'll be alright as a 130, but if you wanted more power, I've remapped my 130 up to about 160, and it pulls like a train, so that's what I would do. But try it out first, see what you think. It's 250 quid to make it more powerful if you want more power. Cab blinds are standard, as you'd expect on this level of van. Lucky windows, lucky mirrors, nice inlaid dash break-up colouring. Upholstery's in fantastic condition, and it's the most lovely, soft, comfortable upholstery in these British vans. They do comfort a little bit better than the Europeans do. So we've got the central cup holders. You know what we haven't got? I expected it to have in-dash sat-nav. It doesn't. It's got a Bluetooth DAB stereo system. To be honest, if it had the Fiat sat-nav of the time, it was a 5.5-inch TomTom. It's a bit dated anyway. And you can't program the size, so option is there to use a windscreen mounted sat-nav, which would be size programmable, or you could update that head unit to an Apple CarPlay, Android Autoplay one, or just talk to us about it. We can do whatever you want really, but as it is perfectly functional, Bluetooth DAB stereo system, reversing camera is up there, and yeah, all super immaculate and under 4,000 miles from new. Let's have a little look at the inside now. So, door of course on the UK side. Bessacarr's a village in Yorkshire. People sometimes think it's a European brand, but it's actually named after the village in Yorkshire where Bessacarr were based. So stepping in, we've got a fly screen door, and you've got quite a European kind of layout. So we've got side sofa, twin swivel cab seats, you can spin that around, put your feet up there, and then a very comfortable half dinette here with 2 forward facing seat belted seats, and you can drop the table, slide this across, and it makes a full size double bed, or you could drop the table, spin that around a bit, spin this way all the way around, and have 2 single beds if you're taking 2 people who don't want to cohabitate. So decor is lovely. They've kept these sort of similar angles running throughout the van, as you can see, and they all mirror the Fiat Ducato. I really like that. That's all mirrored in the graphics and in the window surrounds as well. Lovely big panoramic opening skylight and a full-size opening Hecky roof light as well. Concertina blinds and fly screens on all the windows, as you'd expect. There's storage under here and under there as well. And then we've got, thankfully we've not got a Swift command control panel, thank God. Swift did this really complicated app-based control system, and this hasn't got it, which is great. So you've got just a button, fantastic. Little buttons for everything, that's all you need. Nice and simple. So we've got uplighters, downlighters, dimmable lighting, electric fresh and waste water drains, so you don't have to be crawling underneath your van looking for a drain pipe, which then gets full of mud and stuff. So if you want to dump your fresh water, you just press that. If you want to dump your wastewater, you just press that. How easy is that? control panel for your Aldi central heating system that heats your water, heats your van, so it'll run off gas if you're not hooked up, mains if you are hooked up, or a mixture of the two for maximum speed of heat up. It's a lovely van, this, you know, it's really, really nice. Kitchen, nice L-shaped kitchen, massive oven, Dometic oven, big grill, up on top 3 gas burners, 1 mains electric and a microwave, again something you won't find on European vans. 2 plug sockets there, a light up splashback, nice worktop, bucket loads of storage, actually clip on draining board there, your Aldi boilers down there, nice and easy to access for draining down. And then we come through to your fridge freezer, of course. So you've got the tall, narrow fridge freezer, takes up less length in the van. Automatic energy selecting, so it will run off the mains if you're hooked up. If you unhook it, will run off gas. And if you start the engine, it will automatically run off your engine alternator. So all you need to do is switch it on and off. Nice and easy. Storage above with your TV aerial in it. There's a 2-way fan here, which will, you've got an opening window there, but this will also extract cooking smells and suck in air for a bit of air movement. Then we're through to the 4th area of the van, so we've got lounge, kitchen, and now your washing area. So we've got a nice separate shower cubicle, all in fantastic condition. I love that light at the top there, that's pretty smart, that'll just all come around. And then you've got a proper door that you can bring across, close off the front from the back, and then that gives you your washroom across from there, with storage there, big storage cupboard there. Full-size mirror, opening skylight for ventilation, your Dometic toilet cassette, and an Aldi radiator to keep you nice and toasty warm. Now into your bedroom, so we've got hers and hers wardrobes at the foot of the bed. So you've got shelves and then a big wardrobe there. That's your Aldi expansion tank, it's easy to say that. So when it's operating, the coolant level will go up, and that's the coolant which or the medium the water which is pumped through your radiators to heat your van. So that's a good sized wardrobe, and that's another wardrobe over there, which is good. So you can put your table away in there, a table extension, so you can have more people sat around the table and more hanging space to the top. And then we've got lovely big fixed beds, so longitudinal. You can put a piece in there and add that bit there and make it bigger. You've got big storage underneath, which we'll get in from under here. Look at that, more hanging space. That's your front bed infill cushions, you leave them at home if you're not taking guests. And over here, your carpets, and another infill cushion for the front bed, so that's massive. So what I like, it feels really open, this, because they've not put high level cupboards around, and I don't think you really need them with all of these storage for your clothes and there and the other side, and it feels a lot more open kind of thing. And unlike in the German vans, you can sit up in bed and read a book there as well, and you've got all your charging points and your light controls in the middle. There's another TV point back here. Obviously there's one in the front as well. Didn't actually see the one in the front, did we? But there will be one. I wonder where will she be? Ah, there it is. It's over there. So yeah, this is it. So 2019, late 2019, on a 69 plate Bessacarr E597 from Swift. It's only done 3,000 miles. It's 64,995, and it's lovely. I really like the light wood as well. So give us a call, 01626 832 792. I'm very confident is the phone number. I can never remember the landline number. If we're out here doing videos and things, leave us a message or call direct on 07432 662 558. That's the motorhome sales mobile number. You can check us out on the highbridgecaravans.co.uk website. Drop us an email to motorhomesales at Highbridge Motorhomes, motorhome sales Devon at Highbridge Motorhomes, highbridgecaravans.co.uk. Or just come and see us down at Newton Abbot, Devon, and ask us about this wonderful Bessacarr E597. Thank you very much. Goodbye.